Swami Vivekananda was truly fearless. At the same time, he was deeply compassionate. His love and compassion for his countrymen was fully awakened as he travelled across the country. He travelled the length and breadth of India as a wandering monk. He wanted to see how the people lived. India is a big country. It is the home of many different kinds of people. Swamiji wanted to see them all. He walked amidst the snow-clad Himalayan mountains down to the plains. He passed through many holy cities. He saw many historical sites. He crossed the deserts. He stayed with the kings and with the cobblers, ate what chance brought. Wherever he went, he saw that the nation was sinking in the depths of poverty and starvation. The masses were leading a life of lethargy. He saw the misery of people. They had lost their courage and had no faith in themselves. They were crushed and helpless. When Swamiji saw this, he wept. He thought of how great India had been in the past. He thought of great saints and sages. He wept to see how low that nation had fallen. He spent many sleepless nights thinking how his country could become great again. Thinking thus and walking, he finally reached the tip of India, Kanyakumari. He swam through the dashing waves and reached the rock on which he sat. Sitting on this rock, looking at his beloved motherland, he wept again to think of the misery of his countrymen.
Lord, what shall I do? Help me, guide me.
Swamiji went into deep meditation. He meditated for 3 days and finally discovered what had to be done. A parliament of religions was to be held in America, in the city of Chicago. Leaders of all the different religions of the world were going to participate. On the last bit of Indian rock, I hit upon a plan. I will go there. I will tell them about the ancient religion of India. I will tell them what I know, and I will learn from them the things that they know. Our people have lost faith in themselves. I will bring back that faith to them. Now I go. But when I return, I shall awaken the sleeping millions. On 31st May 1893, Swami Vivekananda sailed for America.
During his wandering days, Swamiji both learnt and taught. He wanted Hindus to avoid both the outmoded orthodoxy, still advocated by fanatical leaders, and the misguided rationalism of the westernized reformers. He was struck by the essential cultural unity of India in spite of the endless diversity of form. And the people who came to know him saw in him the conscience of India, her unity and her destiny. During this period, Swamiji felt within him a boundless energy seeking channels for expression. The regeneration of India was uppermost in his mind. A reawakened India could, in her turn, help the world at large. He wanted the Hindus to cultivate self-confidence. Appreciation of India's spiritual culture by the prosperous and powerful West, he thought, might give the Hindus confidence in their own heritage.